Coffee. What's up, YouTube? What a weird intro. Hi, welcome back. So, we are going to go over Lifeline. With the new season, or not really a new season, the new event that's happening, with her kind of ability changes and her buff, essentially. We're going to go over her lore and going to give a brief breakdown on the buff that's going to be happening. What is it, coming on June 21st? Yeah, June 21st. So we're going to go over the lore. We're going to go who is Lifeline, just kind of like the basic breakdown on her background and why she does what she does. So, like before, if you like what you see, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We're going to be doing things a lot. We're going to go through all the legends. We also got some other videos planned, so be sure to check out some of the other videos that we have on the list, man. Let's get into Lifeline. All right, so just like last time, we're going to go over Lifeline's kind of our breakdown on the EA website, and then we're going to dive more into what is not on the website more directly. So Lifeline, aka AJ Shea, if you guys ever played as Lifeline, or if you have a teammate who plays as Lifeline, you're going to hear other characters' quips refer to her as AJ Shea, or if you play as Lifeline, you're going to hear AJ Shea. That's her name. AJ Shea, aka Lifeline, is someone you'd expect to find in the Apex games. The child of wealthy war profiteers, she left home when she learned of the damage her family has caused and enlisted in the Frontier Corps. Think of the Frontier Corps, it's kind of like the military. So it's like the IMC, which is essentially what Bangalore, Gibraltar, they all have military background. Yeah, so does Newcastle, which is what we recently learned, which you guys will see in other videos for them. A humanitarian, holy crap, organization that aids frontier communications in need. She's since devoted her life to helping others enjoy the Apex games to fund the Frontier Corps with her winnings. Since no one of the Apex games is innocent, they all know what they have signed up for. And every one of her victories means help for those in need. Lifeline has no problem engaging in a popular blood sport, or so she tells herself. She may be sarcastic and callous, but deep down she wants to help people and make the world a better place. And if that means taking down a few people on the way, okay. So AJ Shea, she's 24. A lot of this game came out in 2019. It is now 2020. Let's call it like it is. They're either immortal, that they don't age, or it's been 3 years. She's 27 now. She's racking up there in her dirty 30s. Let's be real. She's getting up there. So we got her abilities. I don't think what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over not necessarily what she can do now, as this video is coming out 3 days before her buff. We're gonna go over what her buff is going to be, which is pretty freaking gnarly. Yeah, I think they have it posted. We're gonna look. We'll find it. Yeah, so we're gonna find her buff, but some of the other things that is not listed on here. Her best friend is Octane. You guys, if you've ever played as the duo with Lifeline and Octane, you're going to see them in the clips all the time. Previous videos of different seasons, like when Olympus first came out, they had the revealed video kind of in the story, because when you're playing the game, there's like the story chapters in the comics. In the comic story, it was Olympus being revealed, and Lifeline and Octane both were like, this is where we're running from, this is what we're trying to avoid. Which is why in the new, you guys are gonna see it. We'll pull it up here. In the new Town Takeover that Lifeline is getting, this is what's happening with this coming along on the 21st with her buff. It's a lot of things happening with Lifeline. So this building right here, it looks like it was previously one of those kind of like random house buildings that was in the outskirts of Olympus. You guys got to see, this is down this path on the right is where those the pods were. I forget what they're called. the plant pods. There's 3 of them down that ramp, and then you've got what looks like is the rift is further that way. So that looks like it's where it's going to be. So it makes sense for Lifeline's Town Takeover to be a medical center, because when we saw, and I'll post the link in the description, when we saw her lore video, Family Business, that they posted not too long ago, at the end of this video, you saw that she was in a medical center. She was helping people, which is essentially what she wants to do. She wants to help people. She's trying to make amends for her being a Shay, and her family bloodline being Shay, because she found out that her family are a little fucky wucky, to say the least. So she's trying to make amends, not necessarily for them, but for the world. She is a medic. She's a comic medic, so she's gonna do what she does. Obviously, she's a really, really good character to play as in the Apex games. So right now, Lifeline herself can cancel the revive whenever she's reviving her teammates. It's swapping it to where instead of Lifeline being the one, it's the one being revived can cancel it. Which I'm going to be honest, if you cancel a revive that I'm doing, I'm not going to do it again. I'm just saying. We're not going through that. Okay. Her healing drone is actually, this is probably the coolest thing. So right now, her healing drone collectively can heal everybody for 150 health, which means that drone holds 150 and it distributes it between the teams. It either you use the 150 or it goes away in 20 seconds. Now, with this new buff that she's getting, it's infinite. And it's just going to be there for 20 seconds. If you need to keep healing, it's going to keep healing you, which I feel is going to be a game changer. It definitely makes her healing drone a lot more useful. On top of it getting that infinite health buff, the radius is actually getting doubled as well, which means like you could be here and we could have it like 15 feet away and it's still going to heal you, which is going to be freaking glorious. Her cooldown for her care package with her ultimate to reduce from 5 minutes to 3.5 minutes. That's going to be useful. And instead of 2 shield cells that are dropping whenever you do it, it's going to be a battery, which also is going to be really, really useful. Also, her care package is no longer going to be, so whenever, usually you could tell where there's a lifeline at a distance, because whenever she drops where she's going to drop the drone, a blue light will show up, and you can see that so long as you're in, I guess, the draw distance of where you would be, and you can kind of determine, hey, there's a lifeline over there. Now, there's not going to be a thing. So now, instead of seeing blue light, if you just see a random care package drop down from a distance, you're going to tell that's a bloodhound, or not a bloodhound, a lifeline. But that's it. You're not going to have a blue beacon showing that, yeah, the lifeline's right here. Look it out, guys. Which I think is really, really useful. 100%. I do think that Lifeline is super, super valuable character. If you have a Lifeline in your team, more than likely you're going to be able to go a lot further if you just had like a Fuse or heaven forbid a Wraith. Heaven forbid a Wraith. I dislike Wraiths. But AJ Shay, yeah, pretty much a breakdown of her character. She's definitely somebody, she's very sarcastic, very funny. Her quips, definitely a hoot. Her best friend being Octane. Oh, here's a little tidbit. So Octane's legs, right? And I'll go into this on the Octane video as well, but this kind of coincides with Lifeline. So Octane blew off his legs doing a stunt. Lifeline is the one who put the metal legs on him, like surgically, but Rampart is the one who designed those legs. So Rampart made the legs, and Lifeline did the procedure to put the legs on, because they're besties for the resties. All right, don't test these besties. It's the whole thing. They have a beautiful friendship and they're funny together. And yeah, guys, that brings it up for this video. If you guys like the lore videos that we've been doing, please drop a follow on my Twitch, twitch.tv/DireKnight. Be sure you like this video, subscribe to this video. We're going to be going through all of the legends. We're also going to be going over, starting next season, when the next season stops. I know we're halfway through this one right now, but it's kind of something that I'm working on. I'm going to be keeping up to date with all the legends on their current the stats, like how much Caustic's gas does, how much the distance between the abilities that each character has. We're going to be doing a breakdown of that. We're also going to be showcasing a lot of the different events that happen with Apex. We're working on doing some community things in the Apex Legends as well. So please, 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 please like the video, drop a comment, tell me what your favorite legend is, tell me your favorite drop spot, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.